guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 10 and also take a look at how I got on in Game Week 9. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your transfer plans this week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, Game Week 9, another disaster week, only 45 points, a Game Week rank of 6 mil, and unfortunately another red arrow down to 1.7 mil. It started off so well because I had Rodon getting an absolute monster haul in that West Ham game, 13 points. Really unlucky not to finish on more as well, because they did concede in like the 90th minute, so would have come away with a 17-pointer, but unfortunately West Ham did score, like I say, in like the 90th minute or something. But again, was very happy to start the week with 14 points from 2 players, and I was on a really nice green arrow. And then the next couple of days hit and it just all went wrong. I have not had a single attacking return from any of my forwards or midfielders. In fact, the only goal I got this week was from my lead centre-back. So when you're saying that sentence, you know you've not had a good week. But yeah, Raya picking up 6 points, Senesi picking up 5. I mean, the Van Dijk situation is just so bad. I'll speak about that a little bit more when we talk about the transfers, but yeah, it's just been an awful buy. Like I say, Rodon with a massive 13-pointer, Paquetá with 1 point, Saka with 3, Kudus with 3, Semenya with 3, Haaland blanking as well, so I picked up 4 points because it was my captain, Gyökeres with 2, João Pedro with 2. My bench outscored a lot of my outfield players. Dubravka got 2, Lacroix with 4, Konza with 8. The one time Konza just is such an annoying player to have because he always does really well against the teams he shouldn't do well against, and then also does really, really bad against the teams he should do good against. It's really annoying. And then, yeah, Dewsbury Hall as well with the 2-pointer. So, yeah, a lot of things just kind of went wrong. I didn't initially make a transfer this week because what I was originally going to do was obviously bring Gabriel in and bring in Voltamide from Newcastle, because I had 2 free transfers. But then we had the kind of injury potential update regarding Gabriel, and I was like, it's just not worth it. I don't want to get rid of a player, bring in Gabriel, and then him get benched. And so if I did make that transfer, I wouldn't have played Rodon. There wasn't a massive difference in the end because Gabriel came away with 9 points and Rodon got 13. So the correct decision was obviously not using a transfer, which is what I did. But I have to get Gabriel on my team. I have to. He hit the bar as well. If that went in, he was so close to getting an assist on their goal, and then he hit the bar as well. Like, it could have been ridiculous. I got quite lucky that he only got 9. So yeah, I'm bringing him in this week. I don't even care. I've already made 1 transfer, but I'm definitely bringing in Gabriel as well. I have to do it. The Saka situation is a bit unfortunate. He came off on like the 66th minute, which was not good to see. Again, he had like a potential injury precaution as well before the game, just like Gabriel, so I think maybe it might have had something to do with that. But that's a little bit worrying going forward. But I don't know why Saka was taken off. He's one of the best, if not the best, outfield player that Arsenal have. So I'm assuming it was something injury related, maybe. Gyökeres, yeah, like I say, has to go. I've given him 5 chances now. He's blanked in every single game. João Pedro, another player that I cannot wait to get rid of because he's just been an absolute horrible player to have in your team. Not registered a shot on target in like 8 games or something. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, the Haaland one, I mean, look, he is human. He's been scoring 2 or 3 goals every week, so he's going to obviously blank eventually. Paquetá did score, but obviously was like a toe offside or something, so unfortunately didn't register. And then, yeah, Virgil van Dijk, like I say, he's been an absolute horrible player to have. I don't know what's going on with Liverpool. Yeah, it's not a good situation. Kudus, obviously, not being involved in any of the 3 goals is also very annoying. Van de Ven with another absolute monster haul, which definitely... I was actually on a green arrow until that Spurs game. So yeah, 45 points, nothing crazy. Another red arrow. I feel like if you didn't have Van de Ven, you're on about 40 points. If you did, then you're looking at like 60, 70, because he got like 23 points. But that's how I got on in Game Week 9. Let's take a look at my team for Game Week 10. So, like I said earlier, I have made a transfer already because of price rises and stuff. I decided to get rid of João Pedro for Mateta. He was a player that I was always going to be bringing in this week, and because of the price rise last night, I thought may as well just bring him in now, because the moves that I do want to make this week, I'm only like 0.1 like in favor of doing. So if I hadn't done that, then Mateta would have gone up last night, which he did, which means I would have had just enough in the bank to do it. But if any of my other players go down or go up in price, then I won't be able to make the moves that I wanted to do. So that's why I went early. You should never go early on transfers unless you were literally going to get priced out. And yeah, that was the reason that I've done it. But yeah, Raya with Burnley away, Lacroix Brentford at home, Van Dijk with Villa at home, Rodon with Brighton away, Shrewsbury Hall with Sunderland away, Saka Burnley away, Kudus Chelsea at home, Semenyo City away, Haaland Bournemouth at home, who is my captain, Gyökeres with Burnley away, and then Mateta with Brentford at home as well. And then on the bench, Dubravka Arsenal at home, Senesi City away, Konza with Liverpool away. Part of me is like, I should just play Konza because he always seems to do well against these really good teams. And then Paquetá with Newcastle at home, who is another player that I do kind of want to get rid of. I know he's on penalties and stuff, but West Ham just looks so bad at the moment. There wasn't really any, apart from the offside goal, he wasn't really involved in anything. And yeah, just because he's on penalties isn't a reason just to keep him. Like West Ham, if they don't change it around, they will be going down. Same as Wolves, same as Forest. Like I say, as a Forest fan, it pains me to say it, but it's probably going to happen if we don't sort it out. But yeah, West Ham look a little bit more, I don't know, closer to relegation than I think at the moment than Forest. But either way, that's what the team's looking like. As again, already used a transfer. I do still have 2 in the bank, but on paper it doesn't look too bad. But like I say, my team looked all right last week, and I got 0 goals and assists out of any of my midfielders and forwards. So it is what it is. But yeah, it's a decent team on paper. But again, we've got some transfers to make. Let's take a look at the transfer portion of the video. So I've got 0.6 mil in the bank, and I've got 2 free transfers. So again, already used a transfer, Mateta in, João Pedro out. I actually lost money on João Pedro, which was really annoying, because I brought him in when he was on like, I think he might have been 7.6, and he went down to like 7.5, and I didn't even realize. So yeah, unfortunately have lost money on him, but yeah, very happy to have Mateta in the team now, on penalties, 90-minute man. Again, could have scored against Arsenal as well. He did have a couple of chances, but yeah, with the run that Crystal Palace do have coming up, very happy that he's finally in my team. But the other big situation is no Gabriel and Gyökeres in my team. I have to bring in Gabriel this week. I can't keep putting it off. Burnley away is like guaranteed clean sheet. If they go and win like 1-0 again, then he's probably going to get bonus. It's just a player that is destroying me every week, and even though Rodon outscored him this week, that's not going to happen every week. Like I got very fortunate that Rodon scored this week, which kind of, like say, countered the Gabriel situation. So yeah, the one player I have to get rid of is of course a Arsenal player. Now I'm not going to get rid of Raya because he's going to be part of my double defense, so it has to be either Saka or Gyökeres. Now Saka of course is 0.9 mil more than Gyökeres. He actually might be a mil more now, but I brought him in for 9.9 or whatever. But Saka's on penalties. He is the captain. I just feel like he's more likely to be involved with a goal than Gyökeres, even though Gyökeres is a striker. I think there's better striker options to bring in for Gyökeres than there is midfielder options to bring in for Saka at the moment. That's kind of my thinking. So I will be getting rid of Gyökeres, which means I have 9.6 mil in the bank, but then I also want to bring Gabriel in as well. So then I come over to the question of, do I keep Virgil van Dijk? Because if I don't keep Van Dijk, then it's fine. I've got a ton of money in the bank. But if I do keep Van Dijk and I do get rid of somebody like Konza, then that's where I've only got like 0 mil to kind of mess around with. So the Van Dijk situation's a weird one, because obviously Liverpool are just absolutely in the bin at the moment. They're just not playing very well at all, conceding goals left, right, and centre on a 4-loss streak. I don't know if it's ever been done in the Premier League where a team's won 5 in a row and then lost 5 in a row, but if they go and lose to Villa, then that will happen. But yeah, Villa at home, like I say, it's not terrible. City away is quite bad, and then they've got Forest at home, West Ham away, Sunderland at home, Leeds away, Brighton at home. You'll probably want a Liverpool player for that run. I mean, even after that, it's Spurs away, but then it's still Wolves and Leeds at home as well, then Fulham away. So it is one of those, like, do you keep him and do you just bank on those good like fixtures later on, or do you get rid of him now and then just not have any Liverpool players? I'm leaning more to keeping him just because I don't really have any other defenders to play this week. Like, I'll play Lacroix, but then if I get rid of Van Dijk for Gabriel, I have to play one of either Konza, who's got Liverpool away, Senesi, who's got City away, or Rodon, who's got Brighton away. None of which I think is keeping a clean sheet. Whereas I get rid of somebody like Konza and bring in Gabriel, then it's fine, because I'll just play Gabriel, Lacroix, and Van Dijk, which isn't too bad. So that leaves me with 7.6 mil in the bank for my last striker. So like I say, Voltamide is 7.5. So I do have 0.1 mil because obviously I went early on Mateta. If I didn't go early on Mateta, I'd have 0 in the bank right now, because obviously he went up in price last night. So Voltamide is a player that I could potentially bring in. Like I say, West Ham away this week, very, very good fixture. And then after that, they're not too bad. I'll go over to his full fixture list. He's got Brentford away after, City at home, Everton away, Spurs at home, Burnley at home, Sunderland away. Like, not terrible fixtures at all. First time he's blanked as well in a while, which is unfortunate last week. But yeah, Voltamide is a player that I am kind of potentially going to bring in. Another player that I am quite liking the look of is Thiago, because he's cheaper, he's on penalties, and he's involved with a lot of goals and stuff as well. So, like I said, Brentford are playing all right at the moment. He's what, 5, 8, 2, 13, 2, 1, 6, 2. Like, he's not really an exciting player to bring in. Does get hooked early sometimes, well, like 61, 64, 70, 67. Obviously on pens though, so it's quite nice. But I don't know, I think I'm leaning more towards Voltamide just because obviously Newcastle are a better team. They score more goals, and I know that Voltamide's not on penalties, but he was always the original player that I was going to be bringing in for Gyökeres when I was going to make this move. And that's all my transfers as well. I've got 2 frees left, so obviously Gabriel and Voltamide in for Konza and I don't remember what was my other striker, Gyökeres, is kind of the way I'm going. And then this week I'll just play Gabriel, Lacroix, Virgil van Dijk, and then play probably Saka, Semenyo, Dewsbury Hall, Kudus, and then Mateta, Haaland, and Voltamide up front. And I've got Saka, Mateta, Haaland, Paquetá on penalties. Yeah, like I say, I kind of want to get rid of Paquetá, but at the moment it's not too bad. So the team doesn't look too bad after that, and I sort out the whole Gabriel Gyökeres thing as well, and then I can start kind of saving transfers again and then start getting rid of other players as well. Like, I'll probably want to get rid of Paquetá soon, Kudus soon, but the rest of the team looks okay-ish. So yeah, that's where my head's at. I'm probably going to lock in those transfers soon. Like I say, I've got 0.1 mil in the bank to do it, so if... I don't think Konza's going to go down in price. He's got 8 points. Gabriel might go up. Voltamide might go up. But yeah, that's the 2 players that I've got to keep an eye on. But either way, that is my kind of transfer plans for Game Week 10. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new. Let me know your transfers in the comments down below. But yeah, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, peace.